What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Fiona Apple as we continue with When the Pawn, the insanely long-titled 1999 album. I did want to give a big shout out to Adam, who helped me kick off the Fiona Apple deep dive with titles, so big shout out to you, brother. And the next track on When the Pawn is Limp. So a limp is both a noun and a verb. Fundamentally, it is the same thing. Someone whose gait is impacted by some disability or injury, and thus it is not a normal walking rhythm. Now that can be shorter term, like if you get hit in the leg and you get a Charlie horse or some like surface injury that will gradually over a short period of time lessen and return to normal, or something which is either congenital or a longer term injury, like a leg break that never really healed properly. Despite that being a straightforward term, we have no additional context. It's a single word title, and I know enough already about Fiona's songwriting to have a sense that this will be, even if it is a literal reading, one part of a larger tapestry or narrative. So let's give it a listen and see what I can catch. This is Fiona Apple. The song is Limp, and it's from her 1999 album, When the Pawn, etc., etc.
You wanna make me sick, you wanna lick my wounds, don't you, baby? You want the badge of honor when you save my hide. But you're the one in the way of the day of doom, baby. You threw me my shame to reclaim your pride. My fingers turn to face. I never did anything to you, man. No matter what I try, you beat me with your bitter lies. So call me crazy, hold me down, make me cry. Get off now, baby. It won't be long till you be lying limp in your own hands. You feed the beast I have within me. You wave the red flag, baby, you make it run, run, run. Standing on the sidelines, waving and grinning. You found my trigger, then you blame my gun. And when I think of it, my fingers turn to fists. I never did anything to you, man. But no matter what I try, you beat me with your bitter lies. So call me crazy, hold me down, make me cry. Get off now, baby. It won't be long till you be lying there in your own hands. I never did anything to you, man. But no matter what I try, you beat me with your bitter lies. So call me crazy, hold me down, make me cry. Get off now, baby. It won't be long till you be lying, living in your own hands.
Wow, what a crazy crazy tune, like sonically and lyrically. Vocally, I enjoy the way she goes from this deep, like resonant vocal delivery to a more energetic and, I don't know, jazzy. I'm not quite sure if that's the right word, but definitely a more like fluid and dynamic delivery in the like fuller, like faster parts. And indeed, sonically, there's a real like 2-gear speed to the tune. There's the stripped down, not a cappella, but certainly more minimal sections where there's kind of these weird gurgling, bubbling, percolating type sounds mixed with just like a little bit of percussion, and then it explodes into, again, this sort of like energetic, jazzy flourish with, you know, the brass, and indeed in the slower parts there's this little piano touches, but then everything gets a bit fuller and more energetic and dynamic in the bigger parts, including Fiona's vocals. So I enjoy the complexity and the duality of the sonics. And then lyrically, there's a bit of that too, in the sense that it sounds like, you know, she's both aggressive, but then also, if not masochistic, like instructing the other, which I was sort of imagining as a guy to like be kind of harsh and dominant toward her, but then like turning around and threatening him and saying, you know, he's going to be the one with his head in his hands. And yeah, it's like, you know, her fingers turn into fists. And what was the other line? There was another line. Oh, there was another line I wanted to mention. God, what was it? I don't normally do this, but I want to look it up because I had something to say about it. Again, normally I like to let a song kind of wash over me and digest it over a few listens before I go looking at lyrics right away. So this is very much outside my typical range. Yeah, you want to make me sick, you want to lick my wounds, don't you, baby? Which is like, make someone sick is a negative thing, but then to lick their wounds is a sort of restorative, sympathetic thing. You want the badge of honor when you save my hide, but you're the one in the way of the day of doom, baby. If you need my shame to reclaim your pride, and when I think of it, my fingers turn to fist. I never did anything to you, man. No matter what I try, you'll beat me with your bitter lies. I did hear that, but that wasn't the line. Call me crazy, hold me down, make me cry, get off now, baby. It won't be long till you'll be lying limp in your own hands. You feed the beast, oh that's it, you'll feed the beast I have within me. You wave the red flag, baby. You make it run, run, run. Standing on the sidelines, waving and grinning, you fondle my trigger, then you blame my gun. That was the line. You fondle my trigger, then you blame the gun. So it's like, she's saying like, you know, he's acting in a way that is playing with fire, and like when finally the retribution or the violence comes in the other direction, he's blaming her gun, whether that's like literally or maybe more like emotionally, psychologically. And then she's implying with that phrasing that like, well, this is what you get. You push, you whatever, and then like I push back. So now you're the one lying limp, which I wasn't thinking about limp in a more general context. I was thinking about like with a walk. But to be completely limp is to be either rendered unconscious, injured so deeply that you are incapacitated, or indeed dead. So yeah, there's a real like two-sided, they both maybe are aggressive, but then are part of this larger dynamic, which seems very unhealthy. So yeah, I definitely think there's an intensity and a danger psychologically to this one, and maybe physically as well. So yeah, hell of a songwriting flourish here from Fiona, which again, my understanding as we were going through Tidal, people mentioned, you know, she was very young, she was still a teen when she wrote and recorded that album, and the songwriting psychology and complexity is indeed very impressive. So this is 3 years later. I don't know if she's in her early 20s here, but certainly still very young. So what a crazy tune to write, and definitely one I enjoyed on multiple levels. So yeah, looking forward to continuing with Fiona. Let me know what you think here, and I'll see you next time. Peace.